Good morning friends. Myself Professor Dhaval Chandrana and we are continue on unit number 5 Introductions to Cybercrime Investigation of Cybersecurity subject. As a previous we will discuss one of the best thing to know about a cybersecurity attacks is known as SQL injections. It should be generally performed on our websites through which they can access our data, or we can say hacker can access our database, or we can say core part of our websites. So it is one of the things which we need to know about how the hacker will be perform attack with help of SQL injections. Today we will discuss a buffer overflow problem. It is the similar way to say that we can identify DOS and DDoS attack same way. It is known as a buffer overflow problem. But the difference between those two things we will know that in this lecture. Buffer overflow, it is nothing but a technique through which an anomaly that occurs when a software writing data to a buffer overflow, the buffer capacity resulting in adjustment memory locations being overwritten. Buffer, I think as a IT person, as a IT student, buffer it is just a memory through which a website it should be rendered on a primary level. Like if you are watching a video on a YouTube, the buffer it's 100% available. Whatever the capacity of your internet, it is depends on your internet connectivity as well as a buffer memory. Buffer it is the provide a faster access of a particular websites, particular videos, and load the content in a particular browsers. In another word, too much information is being passed into the container that does not have enough space. Like as an example, if you have buffer size 10 MB and you are passing 1000 MB within this 10 MB space, then it is overloaded and it's never be passed against the particular buffer. So at the particular time buffer is loaded and that information end up replacing data in adjacent containers. Means some of the container will be stored within this secondary storage like a buffer overflow. First they are passing 10 MB data within this buffer. After the 90 MB space they are just stored in a container. Whenever the first 10 MB data will be passed with the buffer, then they provide the seconded. I think whenever you are seeing a video on a YouTube, on a online, it is really important to know about a buffer as well as you really shown how the buffer will be work. Whenever the progress will be performed, you can skip this video. If a buffer is not loaded, then you can't skip the videos. Buffer overflow can be exploited by the attackers with a goal of modifying a computer's memory in order to undermine or take a control of a program executions. As from the starting slide, I will just mention that it is similar like a DOS attack. Same way, a hacker perform a buffer overflow attack on a particular system to capture or to occupy a buffer space, so computer will never respond as much as faster. And within this particular time, hacker will penetrate our computer system with help of malicious software, with help of phishing, and with help of different technology. So just the aim of the hacker is to busiest way to define a buffer overflow and required to capture a more space in particular buffer. Now we see the example of buffer overflow. As I mentioned that a buffer size is 8 byte, means from 0 to 7 we can store our data. But if we are storing a total number of 9 digit, or we can say 10 digit, so at the last two nodes 8 and 9 it is overflow. Means in our memory concept, if they are storing a 7 KB data within the single instructions, and if we are passing a 9 KB data, then it is known as a buffer overflow. Means computer will never perform those kind of process which should be overflow, and if they are providing the result, means it take a too much time. Now, what is buffer? First we know that what is buffer, then we go through this how the hacker will be use this buffer. A buffer or a data buffer is an area of a physical memory storage used to temporarily store a data while it is being moved from one place to another place. These buffer typically live in a RAM memory. I will just repeat this line. A buffer or a data buffer is an area of physical memory storage. Means in our computer system there are the two different way to store a data, tangible thing and non-tangible thing. Buffer, it is a physical, means we can touch those kind of memory, so we can say it is known as a buffer. Computer frequently use this buffer to help improve the performance. Most modern hard drive take advantage of buffering to efficient access data, and many online services also use this buffer, like a YouTube videos. Whenever we want to purchase a latest computer as well as latest laptop, we just go through this buffer size. If buffer size is higher, then the processing speed and response time is lesser one. For example, buffer are frequently used in online video streaming to prevent the interruptions. Means they are just storing previous 10 seconds video when we are just see the previous 10-second video. When a video is streamed, the video play, download and store perhaps 20% of video at a time in a buffer. Means they just storing what we next we seen. In future, what we are seen in this video, they are storing in buffer. So user don't want to wait for the load this video. They are just loading this 20% of video in this particular buffer and then stream from that buffer. This way, minor drop in a connection speed or quick service disruptions won't affect the video stream performance. I think it is a clear idea about what is buffer, because everyone will be going through the YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp and lots of things. If you are downloading something on the YouTube, Facebook or WhatsApp, your video will be buffering somewhere. So you can easily view your video within this buffer or offline mode. Buffer overflow can be exploited by the attackers to corrupt the software. First thing, they are just corrupting a software. So the regular software will be not provide the services, as well as they not provide the response as much as requirement. Despite the being well understood, buffer overflow attacks are still a major security problem that torments a cybersecurity team. Means it is one of the problem that cyber attackers, or we can say most major security problem that torment a cybersecurity team, because every time if we are going through this buffer memory, then and then this attack will be detected. Otherwise or until we can't found that buffer attack will be happen or not. In 2015, a threat known as a Heartbeat explored hundreds of millions of users to attack because of a buffer overflow vulnerability in SSL software, Secure Socket Layer. Heartbleed. It is one of the attack which should be performed in 2014 to attack buffer overflow vulnerability on SSL. Now, the important thing to know that how do attackers exploit the buffer overflow, because if we know that the different things which should be performed by the hackers, then we can easily prevent this kind of attacks. An attacker can deliberately feeds a carefully crafted input into the program that will be causes the program to try and store the input in a buffer that isn't large enough. Overwriting portions of a memory connected to the buffer space. As a previous image, if we are storing only 9 KB data and we are providing 12 KB data, so hacker use those kind of techniques through which they can provide lots of information in this buffer, then the computer will not provide a response as much as required. If the memory layout of the program is well defined, the attacker can deliberately overwrite areas known to contain the executable code, means exe. The attacker can then replace this code with his own executable code, which can drastically change how the program is instead to work. Means I will just give you an example. If you are load some word file, they are just responding within the 2 minutes. After attacking this hackers with the help of buffer overflow problem, if same file will be opened within the 2 to 3 days where the buffer overflow is infected in computer system, then the response time of this particular word file is more than 10 minutes. Means in this particular 8 minute of time, they are just occupy a buffer size, or we can say buffer memory. It is the way that how hacker will be perform a buffer overflow problem. For example, if the overwritten part in a memory contains a pointer as an object that points to another place in a memory, I think you know what is a pointer. The attacker's code could replace that code with another pointer that points to an exploit payload. This can be transfer control of the whole program over the attacker's code. Means attacker just convert your pointer to his or her executable code. So on a next procedure, they are just performing or resuming your opening files and opening application with a lots of time. So it is one of the case that attacker will be perform a buffer overflow problem. Means they can dynamically change the pointer of memory with help of executable code. Now how to protect against the buffer overflow attack. As I previously will discuss how hacker will be performed, or what are the different techniques through which hacker perform the buffer overflow problem. Now we need to know that if a buffer overflow problem is affected our computer system, then what are the different steps to protect our computer. Modern operating system have runtime protections which help mitigate buffer overflow attacks. If you are using the latest patch of your operating system, they can provide the protection against the buffer overflow attacks. Let's explore two common protections that help mitigations the risk of exploitations. First, address space randomizations. Randomly rearrange the address as a previously pointer example. Randomly rearrange the address space locations of a key data area of a process. Buffer overflow attacks generally rely on knowing the extract locations of important executable code. Randomize of address space make that necessary impossible. If a modern techniques or modern operating system will be used, then address space randomization is never be used. Like previously we says that if somehow hacker change the pointer to address space, so they can easily perform the buffer overflow, but a modern operating system, they are never perform those kind of attacks with help of address space randomizations, because data will be not stored on regular sessions. One section will be stored on another address, second will be stored in another address. Second, known as data executions preventions, mark certain area of memory either executable or non-executable. Like if we are installing some software, that must be gone with this allocating must be this particular area. Means on a memory we just differentiate two sections. First section is just for used for processing purpose. Second section is used for only executable software. And exploiting from the running code found in a non-executable area. Means if we divide our memory within the two different sections, that's why it is really useful for the users. So if a attacker will perform the attack a buffer overflow, then they know about a differentiation about non-executable and executable area of memory. And the third, there are the numbers of different buffer overflow attacks which employed a different strategy and targeted different piece of code. Below are a few of the most well known. Means what are the different buffer overflow attack which is employ the different strategy. Now we see that stack overflow attack. I think you know what is a stack and how it should be overflowed. This is the most common type of buffer overflow attack and involves overflowing a buffer on a call stack. Stack overflow means they are just overlying a primary memory which should be stored for the processing and which will be used for the processing of registered applications, install applications and install the word files, or we can say general files. Heap overflow attacks. This type of attack targets the data in the open memory pool known as a heap. It is one of the case where memory will be stored for the processing purpose, like buffer, same like heap. Integer overflow attacks. In an integer overflow, an arithmetic operation result is an integer. I think if you are going through the C and C++ basic logic, then you know that if you are providing integer data type, they are just storing a numerical arithmetic values, or we can say whole number. We are not storing a point values, or we can say floating values. That is too large for the integer type means to store it. This can result in a buffer overflow. Means if you are storing or if you are providing a data type 2 as in any of the variable size, then we can just store a 2-digit number with this particular variable. So it is the case that integer overflow attack will be performed by the different types of buffer overflow attacks. And the last thing, Unicode overflow. A unique code overflow create a buffer overflow by inserting Unicode character into an input that expect the ASCII character. Means hacker provide the input as a ASCII code, but as a Unicode we just accept a Unicode character. So if somehow user can penetrate a Unicode with help of ASCII code, or we can say expect the ASCII code character with help of inserting a Unicode character, then it is known as also a Unicode overflow. In short, in a previous all the 4 overflow attacks, we can say is that in a formations whatever we require to getting from the user side and user don't allow or provide actual results which we are required to store it, it is known as a overflow problem. I think you are clear what is overflow, what are the different attack through which hacker can be used the different technology, and how to prevent our computer system against the overflow attack. Thank you so much.